Hey guys, it's Matt with Tips for Truckers over here, and I'm beautiful Fort Myers, taking a little vacation, and I just wanted to do this video, the 5 reasons why I'll never own a truck. Mark my words, I've been driving for over 10 years, and I know I'll never own a truck, and here's 5 really good reasons why I will not. And the first is, I can walk away anytime. This is the most important one to me. A lot of people say, "Oh, when you drive your truck, you could do this, you could do that. You're not beholden to somebody. You can walk away anytime." Well, no, because you still got to make that truck payment. You got to make the insurance payment. You got to make this and that. And most people that own their own truck, they only lease their truck because they're pulling somebody else's trailer. So if you don't own your own trailer, you're still beholden to the company basically as much as you would be if you were a company driver. So I really don't see the point. I wouldn't personally, it'd be difficult to figure if I'd want my own authority, or if sometimes it's nice pulling somebody else's trailer. You don't have to worry about getting freight. Yeah, it costs you 20%, but you don't have to worry about getting freight and pulling a trailer and your own trailer and all this. So most people probably have it right as far as, leasing a truck onto somebody else's instead of having complete your own authority and being out there on your own. But that's probably the number one thing, is I can walk away anytime. I'm a company driver. I can go to welding school. I can do this, I could do that. Probably retire, in 10, 20 years or so, and be done like that. But when you own your own truck, even if you retire, you still have to sell that truck too. But that's the number one thing. I can walk away anytime. I love it. I absolutely love driving somebody else's truck, being a company driver. So I can walk away anytime. 2, and probably most obvious, is you're liable for the damages, all damages that happen to the truck. As a company driver, if a deer's coming my way, I could do what I'm supposed to do, and just slow down a little bit, easy on the brakes. Don't do anything crazy. Don't jerk the wheel. But if that's your $150,000 truck, I think that you would be a little bit hesitant to ram right into a deer or a moose without at least trying to get out of the way. Let's be honest here. I know it's the right thing to do, is to not do anything crazy, but I tell you what, when there's $1,000 bumper, $1,000 fender on the line, a $3,000 hood on the line, oh yeah, I think that you're probably going to react. But liable for any damages. There's hit and runs, there's all that, and not saying that I'm not always doing my best to be as safe as possible. And I've never damaged a trailer in my career, but it's the thing is, I try to avoid a lot of things. I try to avoid getting my truck stolen. I try to avoid this and that. I never leave my keys in my truck or anything. But at the same time, you could do everything in the world, and there's some things that are just out of your hands. And there's damages that are going to occur. It's just you got to factor that into your salary, actually, as a owner operator. But so that's actually a real good thing to factor into your salary. A lot of people don't think about it, is there's going to be some damages. People have maintenance accounts and fuel accounts and all this, and they don't figure that they're going to hit a deer one day. They're going to, this or that or whatever. But yeah, that's number 2. Number 3 is, and this is probably actually my number 1. This jockey's from my number 1, and it goes with the number 1. is a lot of people, a lot of especially four-wheelers will say, I'll own my own truck because then I'll be my own boss. I don't have to worry about nobody. I don't have to worry about being beholden to nobody. Well, hell, let me tell you what, just like in number one, you're always beholden to somebody. You say, I don't have a boss. Well, maybe you even have your own authority and you don't have a boss. But when you get down to it, you have to be beholden to somebody. You're not completely independent ever as a truck driver. And what do I mean by that? Well, the plain and simple is you always have customers, okay? Those customers are your boss because you have to please them so that they'll want you to haul their freight again. The insurance company's your boss then. The truck manufacturer, you gotta when you purchase a truck, the dealership, you gotta form relationships there. You can't just be outcasting yourself from everybody that you interact with in this industry, or else you're gonna go broke. Company driver or owner operator, but an owner operator does not give you carte blanche to be a douchebag to everybody. And I gotta say, if you can't handle having just a regular boss, you probably can't handle dealing with these shippers and receivers and brokers and all that, insurance companies, all the above. So that's number 3. But number 4, maybe not so obvious, maybe so obvious. A lot of people want to get a hot rod truck when they're an owner operator, and that's a big mistake. Now, as you guys know, I got a really nice truck, but I wouldn't pay for that truck. I wouldn't pay for all the doodads. Because here's a good saying we got in trucking is chrome don't get you home. But let me tell you what, here at my company, they really take care of me. I get home, as you can see, I'm on vacation right now. I get plenty of home time, I get plenty of miles, I get plenty of everything. And I still make plenty of money, even with all that. And that's the thing is, I wouldn't get such fancy of a truck if I was a company driver. Probably get a truck more aerodynamic, a little bit more fuel mileage, and all that. And but Jim likes taking care of us. My company, we got nice trucks. I like driving a nice truck, and I believe you can drive a nice truck and make more money when you're a company driver. You can also sign on with a company that sets their trucks at 70 or so. It's rare, but you can find them, and you be able to drive 70. If you're a owner operator, I probably wouldn't rarely drive 70, and company driver, I don't have to worry about it so much. I'm still cognizant of fuel mileage, but I have this breathing room and everything. I don't have to constantly worry about being completely profitable. You always think about it, but you're not micromanaging yourself to try and maximize profit. And speaking of profits, that goes into number 5. Last one is money. Plain and simple, it's just not worth it financially to own a truck. Now, you could make 50% more, best case scenario or so. It's not worth it. It's definitely more than 50% more work, I'll tell you that much. So it's basically just the only advantage is the pride of owning your own truck, because a lot of these guys aren't even making, after everything's said and done, $50,000 or so. You can go to any company and make more than that. Maybe a couple you can't, but yeah, that's really what it comes down to. Is I like making money. Speaking of the stock market over here, not doing so good, but hey, I still got a good job, pays the bills and everything, so I don't got to worry about it. So that's number 5. That's 5 reasons why I will never ever own a truck. Mark my words, you could hold it against me. It's Matt with Tips for Truckers. Have a great day.